Hello?
Hi, is this Nicole?
Yes, it is.
Hi, it's Nora.
Hi.
Anyways, Nicole, we're
Yeah.
talking about loneliness today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which is, I mean, it's funny because like the implication in some ways of the subject is that I am kind of out of practice socially. So
Yeah.
I was really, really stressed about having this conversation, to be honest.
Not the first one who
But
said that
I
today.
also, yeah, I got your email and I was like, am I lonely? Heck yeah, I am. I'm gonna just
Mm.
sign up. And then I almost convinced myself to cancel. And then I was like, no, you gotta do this. So am I lonely? Yes. I think there's like a lot of reasons for why. Some of it is just that I am an introverted person. I have a low social battery generally and have always been that way. But my personal life circumstances have also made things more complicated for me socially. So um, if at any point I'm just like talking too
No,
much, then you
no,
just let
tell
me
me.
know, and
No,
I will try to fast forward.
no, you're doing great. Tell me
But
about that. What's made
uh,
your life lonelier?
okay, so to be like the most clear that I can be, it's kind of like this kind of started in 2020, which I think was a lonely year for most people.
Hmm.
In January of that year, I found out that I was pregnant with my third daughter. Um, and then, the pandemic hit. We, at that time, me and my husband were living in California away from all of our family. And over the course of the year, we really loved our community, but we did feel this pull to live closer to family. So I had my daughter in September of 2020. We decided to move across the country in May of 2021 to North Carolina. So while I really love and value the fact that we get to live closer to my brother and my sister-in-law, building community outside of our family post-pandemic was extremely challenging.
Yeah.
I think it was hard for everyone, like politically, socially, like emotionally. People are kind of wanting to stay more insular. Um, and even just like picking my kids up from school, I'm like, moms meet people at the park. We meet people, waiting for our kids to come out of the school building. It's like, no one's talking to anybody. Nobody wants
Hmm.
to be around a stranger. Some people are masking, some people are not. Some people are vaccinating, some people are not. It's like we don't want to talk about that with people that we don't really know. So I feel like people were not trying to make new friends, and I get that. And I'm also not great at putting myself out there. So anyway, that was a piece of it. But as the year went on into 2022, I started noticing that my youngest daughter had some developmental differences. She was not crawling. She started to crawl. And then she moved completely she just would scoot on her butt everywhere. It was the cutest thing. She
Oh,
would
I
just
love
scoot
a
everywhere
butt
on her butt.
scoot.
But there,
Oh, my
yes,
nephew
it was
Steven
great.
was
It
a
was
butt
great.
scooter. It was so funny. I'm like, how are
Oh,
you doing that? Like, Thanks for Asking is a podcast about life, about all kinds of things. We take listener calls, we read books, we do all kinds of stuff because life is complicated and so are people. You can get full episodes of Thanks for Asking on my Substack, which is linked in the description.
yeah. But I started noticing, just some
Yeah.
little things. Like I know that developmentally there are some things that go along with, like crawling. She was
Yes. Yeah.
very a late talker. There was I had some suspicions. I have a background in education and in special education. And so I started talking to my family and some other people about my suspicion of her having autism. Um, no one really believed me, my husband included. He is just a bright, like, look on the bright side type of person. So I think he just thought I was trying to look for something to be wrong. And he was like, no, I think it's just a speech delay. I had a lot of people say that to me, but I'm just a mom and I knew.
Yeah.
So I decided, I'm gonna start pursuing like an evaluation for autism. I was shocked that even this is kind of like leads more to the point that I am trying to make, which is like I was telling people, oh, I'm gonna have her evaluated for autism. One person's response was, that's bullshit. I was kind of surprised at how people would say things like, why are you going to get her a label so that she can be stigmatized? I'm like, wait, doesn't the stigma come from the bias that like you have about her even just being looked at? I'm trying to help her. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. So I kind of start gaslighting myself. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Like, maybe I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. But we had many therapists, a 9-month-long wait list for her to finally get diagnosed. And I think over that time, I just started to withdraw even more socially. I had a really hard time just talking about it generally because it's a lot to digest, the fact that your child may be disabled. Mm-hmm. And I don't want it to sound like I didn't, like, I think there is, like,
you don't have to edit yourself. Like, it's okay. Like,
I feel like there is, like, a stigma around having grief around a diagnosis because it means that you don't fully accept your child for who they are. I would not change her. I enjoy every bit of her, but the reality is that her life is harder.
Yes.
Because of her disability. It just is.
I've only ever, like, I don't know. I think that's such a weird, just bizarre way to approach the world, to be like, well, if you feel anything other than just like happiness and gratitude about everything about your kids, then you're a bad mom. Like, what? Mm-hmm. You are allowed to feel that. You are allowed to feel that. Mm-hmm. That does change her life. It changes your life. It changes your whole family's lives. Like, that's right. It's a big change. It's a big change.
It is. It's a huge change.
And these are also the same people who are like, oh, that's BS. Don't give her a label. It's like, what?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
She needs the label to get the services that will give her the best life possible. So,
right.
Like, if you can't be helpful, shut up.
Yes, exactly.
That was a little excerpt from Thanks for Asking. If you want full episodes, audio and video, you can go to the link in our description.